Hey everyone, welcome again. I am Sara R. Turnquis. Hopefully, you have seen me before. You know who I am. Welcome to my live stream. And this is Monday Musings with Sara. And let's give a warm welcome to Cindy, my producer, and to Blue, my writer's assistant. And today we'll be talking about routines. I want to take a second though and just mention that my 23rd book will be coming out tomorrow. It launches tomorrow, Love in Cripple Creek. It is the last book in the Cripple Creek series. And I will just give you a little tidbit here. I am excited to be finishing this series, but I'm also kind of sad because I've been with these characters for quite a while. And so, saying farewell to my fictional version of Cripple Creek has its troubles. So that's launching tomorrow. You can find that on my website at the lowest price. You can also pre-order it at that low price on Amazon, but it will go live tomorrow. But today we're talking about the importance of routine. And I have found for me, because I wear so many hats, I have the wife hat, the mom hat, the friend hat, the dog owner hat, of course. And I have the writer hat and the editor hat and the promoter hat and the live streamer hat and all of these different things. So I found that having regular routine is very important for me, especially if I want to preserve my writing time, which it's all about the writing time. Yeah. So my writer friends, you can probably relate to all the different things pulling your attention away from the writing, but the writing needs to happen because if you're not writing, you're not producing more books. If you're not producing more books, you're not having anything to promote, right? So all of your marketing is really geared toward that next book. Your next book, as they say, is the best marketing tool for the books that you've already completed. I have tried many things to keep a routine. I'm one of those people that is a little challenged with follow through. I have great plans, but I often struggle with follow through. So, my producer, Cindy, is also my organizational manager. And she and I have brainstormed this. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. This new routine for me to try. I hope you can see that. Oh, that's my evening section. So, just a simple checklist for Monday through Friday of all the things I want to do in the morning. When I get to my office, I certainly want to be writing first thing, doing some marketing. There's my husband. You can see him right next to me. We'll be talking with him in just a minute. But I have an afternoon routine, an evening routine, and then Friday has some things that I do every Friday, like setting up for the next week. So that's what my routine looks like. And as you fellow moms and dads out there know, let me see if I can get back to I have the cursor that's on my screen and the cursor that's on the other screen. And it's confusing me a little bit because I'm not very tech savvy. At any rate, so you parents out there know that the schedule and the routine looks a little bit different if you're working from home. Well, even if you're not working from home, your schedule looks a little bit different during the school year than it does during the summer and winter breaks. So it's important to acknowledge that. It's important to accept that. It's important to just realize again and accept and acknowledge that things are going to look different, that you're going to have perhaps less time to spend on your work, especially for those of you that are self employed and work from home, like many writers do, full time writers do. But the work is still important, but your family is as well. So there's all the things. So for our kids, we actually have a routine as well. And I'll bring Greg on to talk a little bit about what he thinks of our routine, and then we'll show you the routine.
Oh, hey, well, thanks for letting me come in onto your live stream. The little checklist that we have for the kids is great, not just for them, but for us as well. I mean, especially for me, because it helps me know I need to make sure we get home from school, what do they need to be doing so I don't lose track of it. Because with 3 kids, that's crazy, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and as I've mentioned before, 2 of our kids are on the autism spectrum. They are high functioning, so very, very much an independent sort of individual. However, routine is so important, and it's so important that we try to capture what routine we can during the summer and winter breaks, because they do I like to say they thrive in routine, and even though we can't replicate we just don't replicate the kind of routine that they have in school, the kind of strict routine that they have in school. We want to bring the benefits of that routine into our home. Any thoughts on that, Greg?
Oh, absolutely, and it's also nice is it gives them our I don't know if you want to bring it up the one that we like we have a sample that we procured from our that we print out, and like it's just a little like printed out piece of paper. They can sit there check it off like on Monday unpack lunchbox. You can check it off. So it's what do you call it gamification of it. Um,
Hmm.
and we have them do other stuff. And we've the teachers have come to us and said, okay, the your child needs to have you sign their planner every day. Okay, put that into the checklist and in a sense, give them the responsibility to bring it to
Hmm.
us, bring planner to mom/dad and have them look it over and check it off.
And I like that you talk about gamifying it because you need to attach some sort of reward system, or else they're just not going to buy into it. So our kids' currency is television and games. I know that surprises you that video games and television are what's important to our preteen and teenage kids, but it is. So what they get if they have to do all these chores for the Monday, so they get home from school, they do these things, they get to have their video game and or television time. And as well, if they check off all the items on Monday, they get 5 additional minutes on Saturday for their time. We try to limit them to 30 minutes on a school day in the afternoon, and then 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon on non school days. So their Saturday checklist looks a little bit different. And this is a lot what their summer checklist looks like, where there's responsibilities in the morning that they have before they can have their game time or TV time. And then there's responsibilities in the afternoon. Now, you'll notice that they have something called Clean and Tidy. And this is something that I grabbed from a lady who runs a, a website called Anchored Women. And she has this clean and tidy time. And I don't want to get really into it, but it's basically a list of chores that change from day to day. So they have a separate sheet that is the clean and tidy checklist that they grab from for it depends on the day as to what tasks they can choose from. So they need to do 1 to 2 of those depending on what day it is. Any thoughts,
Well,
Greg?
something that was really neat, like last Friday, I was the one that picked up the kids this past Friday from school and brought them home, and they were all two of them were already negotiating over, well, I will do this clean and tidy task if you'll do that one. They kind of knew it, they
Mhm.
knew it was on that list of to-dos, like straighten up the pillows on the couch. And the other said, okay, after you finish that, I'll get the Febreze. And I was like, score.
Yeah,
And
I
we say
love that.
gamification. Yeah, we say gamification, but it's a good, I mean, these are good habits for anybody to develop to
Mhm.
become a full adult.
And sometimes the kids really do get burnout on this kind of thing. They don't want to do it. They wonder why they have to do it. Beyond this is what you need to do to get your video game time. We also use language like, well, you're a member of the family and you live in this house. And so we all need to work together to take care of the house and to take care of our own responsibilities. But as time goes on, we're wanting to give more of their stuff into their hands so that they can learn to take on more and more and learn to do more things. Hopefully, by next spring, they're going to be unloading and reloading dishwasher and things like that. All the exciting things that mom would like to see them do and dad. Um, but that's basically what we wanted to talk about. Did you have anything to add, Greg?
No, I think the stuff you said is really great. And it was, that was something I realized was I think we got into almost a routine, like our own routine, or maybe I should say habit of what we're doing. Like they have to wear special uniforms. So we would go get their uniforms the night before. And when you and I were sitting down to put this together, I was like, maybe we should put that step on this checklist while we're at it. It's going to take a little effort to get them to take it over, but eventually I think that that's a good thing for that. Give them more responsibility and let's break one of these bad habits.
Yeah, absolutely. And mamas and daddies out there that are struggling with young kids, it is a really hard season. And a lot of these things are not going to apply to the little bitties, but you can start showing them responsibility or helping them with responsibility, picking up their toys, taking their dish to the kitchen, those kind of things. There are wonderful places online that you can find lists of age appropriate chores, but we kind of waited a little late in encouraging our kids to participate in the care of the home. It is something that I do wish we had done sooner, but it really does take a lot of pressure off of me and off of dad. And it also is training them to take care of a house because we it is our desire to launch them out into the world to be productive citizens and to be able to take care of their own homes and apartments and wherever they end up. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today. If you have any other questions or any thoughts, please drop them in the comments. I will be checking the comments. If you have a question for Greg, please feel free to drop it as well and address it to Greg, and I will make sure that he sees that. So I want to thank you for joining us again, and we will see you next time.